Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? I'm going to give everyone a couple minutes to join us, and then we'll jump into today's webinar. Today's webinar is on our April GO1 product updates. So we're going to be talking about new features and improvements that we've released during April and what's coming in May. My name's Liz Hardie, and I head up the product team at GO1, and we'll give everyone a couple more minutes to join us. Good morning, everyone. We might jump in and get started. Welcome to today's webinar, GO1 on the GO1 product updates for April. This will be part of a regular monthly webinar series that we'll be conducting every 4 to 5 weeks, which will talk about what the new features we've released are in that month, and we'll provide you with an overview and a walkthrough of those features. We'll also provide information about what features we're expecting to release in the following month and any features that are available in early access or that we're looking to do customer research on. We're hoping that you'll be a regular attendant at these webinars. It's an excellent way to firstly provide us with feedback on the features that we've just released, but also to see what's coming and help understand how those new features may benefit your business. I'd like to take the opportunity to remind everyone that there is a live chat available, and please feel free to jump on there and ask questions that will be monitored throughout this session. So let's jump in and get started. For those of you that have been on one of these webinars before, haven't been on one of these webinars before, my name's Liz Hardie. I head up the product team here at GO1, and I've been with the company now for a while, and it's an incredibly exciting time for us. We're doing lots of really interesting and innovative things, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you all much better over the next few months, especially as we start doing some detailed customer and user research. As I mentioned, this webinar is going to be a consistent structure. So what we'll first be covering off is just some of the new features. So we'll just recap, not in terms of demonstration, but just to confirm with everybody features that are still currently in early access. Now that means, for those of you who haven't heard of that program before, our early access program means that you're able to access the functionality before it's released to the full platform in order to test it and provide us with feedback on it. It is like a form of beta testing, if you like. Then we'll cover off some of the new capabilities that are released this month, what we've got scheduled for release in May, what's currently in development, and things that we would like your input on. So what I might do is just get started in terms of some of the things that are currently in early access. In our last demonstration, we provided you with an overview of the content provider dashboard. This is an excellent dashboard which provides you with, if you're an author of content, with information about how that content's being used. In order to access any of the features in our early access program, we ask that you send us an email at product@go1.com. One of the other features that's currently in early access is our WiseNet integration. And we also have in early access the ability to have mandatory content within an award. So to say, you have to do this, you have to do this piece. If you're interested in any of those features, please, again, contact us at product@go1.com. So in terms of the new features we have released into production, I'm going to walk through, well, five of them. So I'm going to walk through the My Team dashboard, which I showed you a little bit of an overview of the last webinar. We've released some significant improvements to search and tag filtering and to notifications, and some minor improvements around enrollment date and improving the course display. So what we might do is jump straight into the My Team dashboard. So given that this is now in production, this is enabled for everybody. What you see when you go to My Team is your team of direct reports. So effectively, this means that I have 3 people reporting to me. They are Ben, Ron, and Tom. Ron is a manager and has a team reporting to him. So I can see that by clicking at the down arrow. And I can see that April is a manager and has a team reporting to her, but is also an assessor, which means she is assessing activities. So this structure allows me to go to 3 levels of hierarchy. And as you can see, like for where someone's just a learner, I can see their progress. And if I click on this widget here on the number 4, it will take me to the list of Ben's enrolments. For Ron as a manager, I can see that he personally has 4, and his team have 4. So I can see the progress of the people that are reporting to him, as well as his progress. And then obviously with April, I can see her progress at the bottom, what she's assessing, as well as the progress of her team. So these wrap up quite nicely, which allow you to see summaries of the performance of your organization. As I mentioned, there are quick links from those widgets into a detailed enrollment report of those activities, which is a great way to see what's going on within your team. In terms of being able to get the best benefit out of this, the way to get the best benefit out of this is to go to your users and actually set up managers for the users. So the setup structure for this is obviously to be able to go in and indicate that someone is a manager. And on my user record, I can go and actually flag someone as being a manager to someone else, which will then appear in that hierarchy within the system. When you create users here, you will automatically be put in as their manager. So that's the one benefit. If I'm going from this page and I add a new user and I've got a new team member come on board and they haven't been provisioned yet, I can do that quite simply by hitting add user, and I will automatically come up as their manager. So that is the My Team functionality. As we mentioned, it is enabled for everybody. If you haven't already got managers in or people allocated as managers to different users, it won't appear with the hierarchical view. You'll just appear with a single, this information won't be populated. But as you can see from the team, you can see the summary. I can see a list of users, and I can obviously see the enrolments for them. So this is actually a very good report if you're managing a team or you have responsibilities for tracking the learning outcomes for an organisation. The second set of features that I want to cover off today is for the improvements to search and tag. Now, just to provide a little bit of an overview, we had a lot of feedback that people wanted a more consistent way, and that there was a lot of tags and a lot of searching, and that there was a lot of tags and that they were quite confusing. So one of the sets of improvements that we put now especially into the tags, is I can now search for a tag. So I can actually, and it will quick filter the searches, so that it allows me to select very quickly the tag that I want to use. My tags will appear at the top here. And the other great part about this is that once I've selected this tag, it will adjust the number of options available to me in terms of, oh, okay, so I've selected management and leadership, and then I've actually got this bud to boss courses down to 1. So the great thing about this is it will consistently filter down the values that are available to you once you've actually started to select some tags. So I know then that these are just in English. Otherwise, if I turn this off, they might be in other languages, and I can see my filtered amounts. So the really good part about that is that as I mentioned, we've introduced alphabetical sorting, and the filtering is now at the top, which is a lot more tangible. Anything with large lists of values now have this search, which filters within the search outcomes, within the tagging area. The one thing we've also done is we've standardized the set of filters in terms of layout as well as in terms of what's on the pages. One of the other really good benefits now is we actually have filters available on awards. So this wasn't something that was available previously. We didn't have these search filters on the awards. This obviously makes it a lot easier for you, especially if you've got a lot of awards, to be able to find those awards. And there's also tagging now available on the awards. So it means that that when you create awards, you can actually put tags so that they come up in the search and filter area. Again, which is a significant benefit from over where we used to be with that, and makes it a lot easier, especially if you do have a lot of my thing stopped. Especially if you do have a lot of awards or you're using awards quite extensively, it makes it easier to find them. So you can see the tags in here now for the award, and those tags are still available when you then go through into the searching area. So the other thing that we did do some improvements on with Explore is when you come into Explore for the first time before you've searched, it actually will display latest first. So one of the key reasons for that is that we had received feedback from a number of customers that they wanted to know that they wanted their users to be able to identify that which was new or that which they hadn't seen before. So that's why for the first, when I directly go into Explore, it comes up as latest. Once I have hit a search, it actually comes up as most relevant. So it's important to note that there's a difference between that. It's just when you first click on the Explore tab that it's latest. Once you're doing a search, it will always return the most relevant results. And as I said, now searching, what we've done with the searching function is we've tuned it so it works more like Google. So in the same way, if I put management and leadership, that'll search for 2 separate words. If I want to put risk management as a phrase, I'll put risk management in there as a phrase. So what this means is that the types of behaviors that you might be used to using when you're searching on Google are now enabled for here. So we've got or and a number of those other filters available as well. So previously it had just used a more simple form of search. This makes it more intuitive and more in line with how people might search across other search engines within on the internet. So the next feature that I wanted to show you all is for our administrator is around our notifications. So again, we'd received a number of pieces of feedback that there was some work that needed to be done on notifications. So one of the things that we've done is we've actually rolled out a new notifications area that's available to admin. And here you can see a full list of notifications that are available within the portal. You have the ability to enable or disable these notifications for specific across the portal. So if there's certain notifications that you don't want to go out across the portal, you can actually come in here and enable and disable them. It will also give you the template. What's not available at this point in time is the ability to edit that template, but we will be working on that moving forward. So as you can see now, this is now disabled. I can search and filter these by category. So I've got account creation emails. I can go in and see event reminder emails, and then I can enable and disable directly from here, or I can do it inside that more detailed view of the notification. We are planning on doing further work to notifications, as I mentioned, including the ability to edit some of these in more detail. You'll notice that, for example, these first three here are editable. We do plan on rolling that functionality across most of our notifications. And I guess one of the things that we would be very interested in getting your feedback on is exactly which notifications you feel should be editable, the ones that you have the strongest desire to edit. That work will be coming probably in the next quarter. So any feedback you have to offer us at this point in time would be fantastic. Again, this specific feature has been driven off customer feedback. So it is really important to remember that if you've got an idea or a suggestion, please come to us for it. And I'll talk about later where you can send them. So the next piece of work that we've done is some work around the enrollment date logic. And I just want to jump in and show, obviously, from the Explore. One of the things that used to happen previously was that when a user was enrolled into a course that contained an event, their event enrollment start date was actually not the date of the event, but rather the event enrollment, basically the day that an assessor marked attendance. So effectively what was happening is that we weren't getting the right dates through on events. So what we've done now is we've actually modified the logic on that so that the enrollment record for an event reflects the event start and the event end date from the event. So in this instance, the enrollment record, rather than being, if I enrolled in this today, it would come up as the 3rd of May. Now it's coming up as the 4th of May. So this has actually just cleaned up that one issue. And we've also done some improvements to how events are displayed on the course card. And as you can see here, for courses with multiple events, we fixed a problem where only a single event was showing. So, and now what we've indicated is you can actually now see the number of upcoming events. We've also modified it so that you can better see. So for example, this one here, this welcome to the sales team, you can see that there's a period on the event. This is actually quite important, especially for where previously it wasn't showing the from to dates, which is very important that people can see that so they can understand it's an extended period of time. The other ones that we have now is, as you can see, we've got multiple events on these, and these actually show up much more effectively in this view. So what you're able to do now is you're better able to see a single day event, like a single event, a multi-day event, and multiple events within a single structure. And again, we thank our customers for that feedback because it has actually improved the usability of these cards quite significantly. At this point in time, that's actually all of the new features that we've released into production in April. But what I would like to bring you up to date on is some of the things that we've got coming out in May. So in May, we'll be releasing our Zapier integration, which also includes the ability to use external certificates. So we're actually quite excited about that one, and I'm really looking forward to being able to demonstrate that in our webinar in early June. We've also made some significant improvements to how our interactive resources are delivered, specifically how things like SCORM files and videos display and play. We received some feedback that there was too many clicks and they weren't rendering very well. So we've actually made some changes in that space. And again, we're looking forward to showing you those. Some of the other things that we're looking forward to releasing in May is how custom profile fields are available in the portal registration form. Some work around sending ad hoc notifications as a bulk action. So this is actually really exciting to be able to go in and select a number of users and send them all a notification, an ad hoc notification. This is a feature that quite a few of our customers have asked for, and we're really excited about coming out next month. We're also making some improvements to the display of enrolments within the learner profile. So that's what we're expecting to be released in the next 4 weeks. And we will be doing a webinar in the first week of June to demonstrate those features for you. At the moment, the other things that we have under development at the moment, we have a number of integrations development underway. So one with Catchup and one with Totara, which will allow you to use GO1 content in those platforms. The other initiatives that we have under development at the moment is, and we're going to be taking these to early access rather than releasing these directly to production. So if you are interested in being part of our early access program for these features, please let me know. So those are the two initiatives around notifications management by users. So this effectively is to provide users with the ability to manage how they receive their notifications, so digest formats or in-app display versus emails, so giving them more control over that environment. And we are also taking to early access some improvements to content creation, sharing and reuse, including some ability to select which premium or marketplace portal content is available in your portal. So those are two really exciting features that we're working on at the moment and are in development now. And as I mentioned, if you're interested in being part of our early access program for those, we are looking for people to be involved. I guess probably the one thing that we're doing a block of user research on at the moment is improving our event and location management. So again, we've received feedback on that. We've identified that we'd like to do some work in this space. And what we're now looking for is a number of customers who are very interested in this area to assist us with the design process on that. So we're working on that, on the design aspect of that with a view to coming up with a solution in the next month and a half. And then we'll be doing build in Q3 most likely. So that's pretty much my webinar for today. Are there any questions out there that people would have in regards to what we're working on? I just need to double check. There we go. Oh, thank you, Natalie. I've got this thing's on a bit of echo at the moment, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. We are looking forward to some of the features that we've got coming out. Yeah. And as I mentioned previously, in terms of your ideas or suggestions, we do now have a standard product team email and a process via which we take them and review them regularly and then put them up to our management group for consideration and prioritization. The best way to get your ideas or suggestions heard is to send an email to product@go1.com. Also in this pack, obviously, if you're interested in being part of our early access or user testing program, please complete the form that will be part of the presentation pack that goes out after that. There are, okay, so I've also, I've got a question actually just come through to email about the editing of notifications. So as we said at the moment, you cannot edit the new notifications that have just been deployed, but we are looking to enhance that, and we would like to know which ones are the most valuable for you to be able to edit. So that's an area where you can certainly influence the next steps in that initiative. Just see if there's any other questions. Yep, on my team. Okay. There is a So I've got a question about the updated, upcoming and overdue figures. What we'll do is I'll actually, if you can put the product group an email, I'll follow up on this one because it may just be a slight, like there's a standard definition and we just might need to do some mapping. So, and understand the challenge a little more. The filters are not configurable on those. It's a defined it's a set definition. So if you're kind of using a slightly different definition, but I'll follow up on that question offline. And yeah, no problems, Nicola. I'll get one of our team to follow up with you on that one. Yeah, is there any other questions? If and as I said, alternatively, drop us a question at product@go1.com. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you all again in June for our next feature update. On that note, I will close out for the day. I hope everyone has a fantastic day and has a great productive week. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.